I'm a 28-year-old woman, and I'm the youngest of three siblings. Growing up, it was pretty obvious I was the odd one out. My parents always had a clear favorite, or favorites, I should say. My brother 35M and sister 32F were everything parents could brag about: steady jobs, big houses, perfect marriages, and those adorable Christmas card families. My brother works in finance, my sister is some kind of lawyer, and they both live in beautiful suburban neighborhoods with spouses who match their resumes. They're exactly the type of children my parents can boast about to friends and relatives at every family event. Then there's me. I quit my corporate job 2 years ago and started a small business I'm really proud of. I make enough to live comfortably and I'm happy with my life. My boyfriend of 5 years and I live together in a rented house, and while we aren't rolling in money, we're doing just fine. My parents, however, see it differently. Stable and traditional are two words they love to throw around, and I guess I don't fit that mold. I've learned to ignore the subtle digs about my hobby job or comments about how my life would be easier if I'd stuck with a 9 to 5. We've always been polite on the surface, but the tension has been there for years. Still, I didn't think it was this bad. A few weeks ago, I was scrolling through Instagram when I noticed my cousin's story. She was at what looked like a family gathering, a big one. It was the kind of event my family usually holds a couple times a year, with all the extended relatives crammed into one house. My brother and sister were there, all smiles with their spouses. My aunt, uncle, cousins, everyone was tagged except for me. At first I thought maybe I missed the group chat. Maybe the invite was buried in all my notifications. I texted my siblings. My brother usually answers immediately, and my sister, while slower, doesn't ignore me completely. Hours passed and nothing. I started to get that weird feeling in my chest, the kind you get when you know something is wrong but you don't want to admit it yet. The next day, I called my mom. I kept my voice casual, asking her how things were and whether there'd been a get-together. The phone line went silent for a beat too long. Then she said, "Oh, the reunion. I didn't think you'd want to come. You're always so busy with your little business and everything." It took me a second to respond. I asked her what she meant. Why would she assume I wouldn't want to come? My family is my family, after all. Her voice turned lighter, like she was trying to wave the conversation away. "We just didn't want to bother you, sweetheart. Besides, you've missed a few events before." That was true, but mostly because of work, and not without letting them know. The more I pressed, the more it became clear my absence wasn't an oversight. I hadn't been forgotten. They had decided not to invite me. I don't know why, but something about hearing it directly made my stomach drop. After hanging up, I sat there replaying the conversation. This wasn't the first time I'd been excluded. There were plenty of holidays where plans just seemed to revolve around my brothers' or sisters' families. I used to tell myself it wasn't intentional. I didn't have kids or a traditional life, so maybe they didn't think about how I fit into their plans. But now, sitting in my quiet kitchen while my boyfriend worked in the next room, I couldn't ignore it anymore. This was deliberate. When I told my boyfriend, he was furious on my behalf. He said something like, "You need to go anyway. They don't get to decide you don't belong there." He was right. Why should I let them pretend I don't exist? My family had always made me feel like an afterthought, and I was sick of it. I deserved to be part of my family, whether they liked it or not. That's when the plan started forming. There was one card I hadn't played yet, something I'd been sitting on for weeks. My boyfriend and I had gotten engaged 2 weeks earlier. We hadn't told anyone because I wanted to do it in person, with the people who should care about my life. But now I had my own reasons. If they were going to exclude me from my family, I would remind them that I'm here. They wouldn't just brush me off this time. So I decided I'd show up unannounced. My boyfriend, bless him, offered to come with me, but I